Today I want to show you the very easy method I use for cleaning the Heritage Rough Rider revolver. I'm Dustin and you're watching Guns of the West. The model I'll be demonstrating this on is the 6.5-inch barrel model, but you can use this method on any of the Rough Rider revolvers, or virtually any other revolver for that matter, except for the ones with the really long barrels like the Heritage 16-inch versions, and you'll see why. Let's go get to it. So the way I now clean my Heritage Rough Riders, and all my handguns for that matter, and a lot of parts of rifles, is with this Ultrasonic cleaning machine. And I do realize that can be a little bit of an investment, but I have just fallen in love with this method and highly recommend it. Right now it's just full of lukewarm water, and the things you're going to need to go with this are just Dawn dish soap if you do it this way, and some Balistol for afterwards just to get the gun oiled. I've got a cleaning rod here with a 22 caliber patch, and of course a Heritage Rough Rider. I also recommend a cleaning mat for setting parts on. Not as big of a deal today because I'm just field stripping the gun, but especially if you're taking off screws, it really helps to keep track of them. I really like this master mat from Ransom International because it's got these dividers on it. When I take apart, say, a cap and ball revolver, it keeps all the screws not only from rolling away, but organized so they go back in the gun in the right place. Now for the Dawn, there's no specific amount that I actually measure. I just put about like that. That'll be just fine. And then what I do is take my cleaning rod, just put that in there and just whip it around and just get that soap mixed in with the water pretty well. That'll be fine. Then it's time to go ahead and field strip the revolver. So I'll open the loading gate, pull the hammer to half cock. We can see it is not loaded. And then from there, just press in on my little base pin spring, pull the base pin out, drop out the cylinder. Now on this ultrasonic machine, I'm going to pull the basket out, and I'm just going to place the cylinder right down into the bottom of it like this. I'm not going to submerge the entire gun in the machine because it's .22 long rifle, it's not corrosive ammunition, and I don't really need to clean down in all the internals like I would on a black powder gun. I'm really just interested in cleaning out the barrel area, and I'll also clean the ejector. So what I'm going to do is just place the gun in this direction down into the solution of soap and water, and I'll just rest it where only the barrel and ejector area are in the water. Just get it to stay, which sometimes is a little bit of a challenge. There we go. Now it'll just stay there. So now it's time to turn on the ultrasonic machine. Temperature down here, it shows it's set to 25 degrees Celsius. The actual temperature right now is 32, so that's just kind of lukewarm. I'm going to bump this up to, we'll say 35. And you don't have to be precise about that. Some people like to do really hot water. I found it doesn't really matter, and getting it too hot can actually cause flash rust. And I don't expect that'll hold real steady anyway, but that's just fine. I'm going to set this to, let's do 12 minutes. On black powder I'd go longer, but I think this will be just fine for this gun. And we are ready to go. Now I just press the start button on the machine and we will be off and running. And the nice thing about the ultrasonic is while it was doing the work, I was just watching YouTube and relaxing. Now, as soon as these parts come out, oh, we just did get with a little more dunk than I wanted, that's okay. They need to be dried immediately, and there are a couple ways you can do this. You can use cleaning patches and rags, but if you have an air compressor, this is the way I recommend you do it. Alright, I showed that a little sped up so it wouldn't have to take up too much time for you. And now that the gun's clean and dry, it just needs to be oiled. That's where the Balistol comes in. You can get this in a big 16-ounce bottle or an aerosol. I like both, but for this type of stuff, I love the aerosol just because it's so quick. Just give everything a quick squirt like this. And my fingers are working it around too. And the nice thing about it, it says right on it, it is skin safe. So I'm not too worried about this stuff like I would be with some other gun solvents. I'm going to spray down the barrel frame, especially because I did accidentally dunk that in the water there. We'll get behind the loading gate, down in the hammer, everywhere. This will all just get wiped off when I'm finished. And I want to make sure to get down here in the ejector and just let that sit for a moment. And I'm also going to spray a couple of patches. Make sure you have good ventilation. I'm out in the garage with the door wide open. I'll take my cleaning rod, flip this over, and I'm just going to run it through each of those chambers. And you can see that it's very clean. The Ultrasonic did all the cleaning work. All I have to do is just wipe it down. I'll finish running it through all these off camera and I will be right back. Okay, and then this other one, I'm going to put down the barrel. And it's best whenever possible to clean barrels from the breech end. But I'll just do this carefully, not to scratch the crown. Push that right through. And that comes out very clean still also. Just left a nice coating of that Ballistol in the barrel. And then from there, the rest of the process is very easy. It's just a matter, just give everything a nice wipe down. And then I'll also run a dry patch just once through the barrel and each of the chambers to get the excess Ballistol out of there. The Ballistol that's on my fingers, I'll just give a little wipe down on the base pin too. And that gun is clean and oiled. Reassembling the Rough Rider is very easy. The hammer's already on half cock, so I'll just open up the loading gate, drop the cylinder in, rotate it till it drops in place, start the base pin, push on the base pin spring from the other side, just wiggle that in, push it in till it clicks, and we are all done. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video today and maybe even found it helpful a bit. Don't forget to look in the description down below to see where you can find me on social media and links to all the products that I used in this video. Very handy stuff. And please don't also forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching.